What's happening, friends? Welcome back to Dynamo DeFi. My name is Patrick, and on this channel I talk about cryptocurrency, decentralized finance, and economics. So if you like those topics, be sure to like and subscribe. Today's video is about what happened with ZIlliqa over the past few weeks. This video is actually not about what ZIlliqa itself is, and it's definitely not suggesting that you invest in ZIlliqa. Instead, I'm going to talk about what exactly happened that caused ZIlliqa to grow 4x in just a matter of a few days. And then also how you can learn from ZIlliqa to try to find similar coins in the future that will experience runs like this did, because the time you want to be buying coins, of course, is over here when it's flat and no one's talking about it, not after it has exploded. Cool. That's what's on the docket for today. So let's get into the video. First, let's talk a bit about the performance of ZIlliqa over the past 2 weeks. So it was down here around 4 to 5 cents, and then over the span of around a week, it shot up to 23 cents at its peak before retracing a bit right now. And so the point I want to emphasize in this video is, yes, ZIlliqa is still a great project, and it is possible it will go up more eventually, but the best time to buy it was down here when no one was talking about it. And so let's talk a bit about what caused it to break out from this long consolidation and suddenly pump so hard. So first thing to understand is exactly what ZIlliqa is. ZIlliqa is a layer 1, and as I've said many times on this channel, layer 1s tend to be some of the best performing coins in a bull market, and that's because a lot of the value capture of applications being built and investors coming to the space naturally flows to chains themselves. If we look at the top 50, top 100, almost all of them are layer 1s. It's very difficult for an application to break into even the top 100. And so that's what ZIlliqa is. And yes, it has some other unique features, but understand that it's an alternate layer 1. And what happened in the past 2 weeks is on March 25th, ZIlliqa's metaverse Metropolis announced their metaverse as a service platform, and they announced a major partnership with a global talent award marketplace, Agora. And then this will be launching on April 2nd, 2022. That's when their metaverse will be launching. And you can see that first day, ZIL doubled. It pumped another 50% on the second day, retraced a bit, and then doubled again, and then went up around another 30% over the 2 days after that. And it went up, down, up, down. And so the thing to note from that is that sometimes all it can take is one catalyst, and some of these coins that are in long consolidations can absolutely blow up. I mean, we saw that with other coins that are now majors. We saw that with Solana at one point. We saw that with Avalanche. We saw that with Luna. Sometimes it can only take one thing to cause that coin to break out. And so what you want to do is you want to find coins that are in this long consolidation period that still have teams that are actively developing, and that still have new partnerships being announced, still have exciting things going on. And then you can buy it, and you don't have to catch the exact bottom. I mean, you could have got it back in January. You could have got it up here in February. You could have got it down here in March. But regardless of where you got it over here, you would have still been up massively when ZIlliqa pumped over the past week. And people made life-changing money with this. Because if you put, say, 25% of your portfolio into a coin that then went 4x, you basically doubled your portfolio right there on one investment, which is incredible. And if you had a substantial amount in your portfolio, then for many people that would be life-changing. And it's even more exciting when a project with sound fundamental analysis like ZIlliqa goes up 4x, because it's easier to invest with conviction in a project like ZIlliqa. It's tougher to invest with conviction in, say, a newly launched DeFi project, because you're not, or you probably shouldn't put 25% of your portfolio into a newly launched DeFi project. I mean, I don't give financial advice, but that the risk management on that just doesn't make sense. Whereas with a layer 1 blockchain that you think is in a long consolidation period, it may actually make sense to put a substantial portion of your portfolio into it. And so that's basically what you want to look for. And so what are some projects that I'm looking at that that are in this long consolidation period. And I'm not going to say that all of these will do what ZIlliqa did. In fact, it's impossible to say that because you don't know whether a catalyst is going to come, when it's going to come, and you don't know what the catalyst is going to be. Although if you do enough research, you might be able to make an educated guess. However, you can find projects that are in a long consolidation period that are likely to have some catalyst eventually. And so a few that I like, first is Algorand. And Algorand has definitely been in a long consolidation period since, well, it's really since the beginning of September. I had this one wick over here, but you can see that it's down probably 60% or so from over there. And again, I haven't done complete fundamental analysis on all the projects I'm going to talk about, and I haven't invested in most of these. I haven't invested in Algorand, but what I would look for would be setups like this, right, where it's consolidated for a while, it's flattened out at the bottom, and then you could look at it and say, does this have interesting developments going on? Does it have things going for it that could cause a catalyst to come eventually? Because sometimes it only takes one catalyst for it to blow up. Another interesting one is Theta Network. Theta Network actually broke into the top 10 back in the spring when it was up around $15, and then it's now down around $4. And yes, it's come up a bit from when it was at the low, but it's still down tremendously from the top. And I don't do technical analysis, so I'm not saying, it's breaking out of its downtrend, but you may want to look at coins like this and say, okay, do they have upcoming developments? Do they have things they're doing that might cause a catalyst to come eventually? Another interesting one is Moonbeam. So Moonbeam had this crazy wick on its first day that it launched. Moonbeam is the one of the EVM compatible layers on Polkadot. I guess the main one on Polkadot. Moonriver's on Kusama. But you can see here that it's consolidated a lot, started to go up over the past week. So really the best time to buy it was here, but it's still down quite a bit. This is one you could look at and see if they have any interesting things going on in their ecosystem. And then another one, and this is actually the only one out of these four that I've added to my portfolio, is Hathor. Hathor is a much smaller layer one, but you can see that it's had multiple times where it started to run up and then retraced, and then right now it's in one of those down periods. Despite the pump of the past few days, it's still in a pretty substantial down period. So this is basically the sort of thing that you want to look for. Again, like I said, this is going to be a quick video today, but I hope you learned a bit about about what sorts of times you want to buy these layer ones at. If you have any other requests for videos, feel free to drop a comment. I'm going to be getting back to 3 videos a week soon. And until next time, this is Dynamo DeFi.